All right. All right, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hit him with the steak. Stinky leg.
I am so late this morning. Holy moly. I'm so late. So late. Good morning, Sky. I am very late to streaming, but hello. Hello, hello. I hope you're having a great Friday morning. Friday! I'm pumped. Ready for the weekend. Ready. How's your Friday morning going? I slept straight through my alarm. Like I must have woke up and turned it off, but I don't remember doing that. Usually I'm on an hour earlier. I must have needed the rest. I must have needed the rest. I love snoozing. Hello, gamer headshot. Welcome. Welcome back. Hello. 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 And Adyash, welcome back. Hello. Good morning to you all. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. All right, we're going to send this to Retopo Body. If I can click the right buttons. Are you going to make a video game? I hope to someday. I think once I kind of get far enough along in my process, I probably will. Um, I think I just need to get a solid following first. But I have an idea, and this is gonna sound fucked up, but I think it's really cool. I want to make a VR game, where part of the game is part of the mechanics, or the mechanics themselves center around performing surgery on like yourself. Which it'll be like definitely a scary game, but I think that would just be there's a lot of potential with that. Um, sounds messed up. Maybe it is messed up, but it would be an interesting thing to experiment with. Mm-mm-mm. Scary, huh? Yeah, I think it would be scary. Uh, Definitely, I would make it a horror game. So it'd be like oh, there's like a parasite in you, and you have to go in and get it out or something. Or like instead of like getting uh 3 minutes. Hello, Stanislaus Costa Crozier Sixtus. Welcome to the stream. With jump scares, yeah, like you're looking down and then it's like, hello, Pablo. Welcome. We're talking about some potential games I made. These look messed up. These are all cut. I'm gonna undo my work and get rid of the boolean. But I think it'd be amazing and fun. Uh, Also, hello everyone that may be new here. If you're new here, I'm working on an avatar. Oh, I need to switch to which avatar I'm working on. We're working on this mech guy today. Getting him done. Later in the afternoon, we will be working. Sounds really fun. Thanks. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I don't know. It's right now. It's just a possibility. But Adyash was asking, will I make a game? Once I'm at a very comfortable spot with my commissions, um, and perhaps once I have most likely when I have some products that are generating some income, then I'll probably switch to a another project, another type of project. I'd love to make a video game. Definitely a life goal of mine is to make a video game. I've worked on things that have ended up on the Steam store, but they're not very popular. Or they're not, they're not that good. I wish it will happen to you. Thank you, Sky. Thank you, Sky. If I keep streaming every day, I know that it will happen. I was ruminating it last night how it really is the case that I'm just way more productive streaming. Like I almost wish it wasn't the case, but it's just true. Like if I want to get stuff done, I just need to stream, and then it works. That it's just as simple as that. So if I do make the game, it will be on stream, and we'll make fun stuff together. Stones in one. Exactly. It really is like that, though. All right, there's our little leg things. I think those are the only things we were missing from our body. But we need to make them fit. So let's do HP legs so we can see them here. And we just need to shrink some of them to match the cuts we made on the other one. So squish it in. Also, I figured out how to do a really deep voice last night. Oh, I won't do that on stream that much, but it was funny. And that's why my voice is all messed up. Just playing around with this deep voice I can do now. Clears out my throat really well. Will never get sick again. Oh. Boom. Look at these. They're so fresh. Bam. Bada boom. And a few more. That was from Pirates of the Caribbean? I think so. Not really going off a specific memory for that. Definitely what I'm thinking of, though, when I do that. Man, I loved Pirates of the Caribbean. That was a fun series of movies. They're definitely action oriented, but they do a good job of it. They do a good job. All right, look at that. Everything, oh, well, almost everything is unwrapped. Boom. And in order to unwrap this one properly, we'll have to cut right around here. Mark that seam. Bam. This is going to get squished, but that's okay. That's okay. This one here. Mark that seam. All right, see how that unwraps. Looks like we can cut here too. Bada boom. All right, then we can select our quads. Pirate aesthetics are amazing. They are. They are. Underrated. Well, maybe around the time of Pirates of the Caribbean, they may have been a little overdone, but they are good, and I want to see more. A good VR pirate game would be very satisfying. I wonder if you can play that. What was that game? There was a good pirate game that came out previously. Forgetting the name of it. Um, yeah, Sea of Thieves. That's exactly it. That is it exactly. Never played it, but I watched a lot of people play it, and it seemed fun. And let's average the scale. Let's try to keep those two together. Put that over here. Alrighty. Now, final. We can get to mapping everything together. Where's the hand? There's the hand. Are we missing anything else? We probably need a tongue for him. Probably need a tongue. But I'd like to get everything first. 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 So select everything and hit UV scale, which makes the organization of this a little annoying. That's okay. And then we're going to go to our UV packer over here, say set rotation step to 90 degrees, and then pack. Now we'll see what this looks like. All right, so it still wants to rotate some of these things. Let me undo that again. And I'm going to say rotation enable off, then pack. Okay, I think it's doing a better job this time. Yeah, I don't see anything rotating. Look at that beautiful UV map. That's packed. That is packed. We're missing something. We're missing the axe. I'm going to back up a few steps. There are a few things that probably should go together. These ones here. I just want to hit the button and be done. But it's better to get some of these working properly. Like these guys. We'll hit island.
Island boy.
And we'll hit this. Like so. And then we do want to make this a lock group. UV Packmaster, lock groups. Let's see, did I already make one? I did. These are a lock group here. Let's go ahead and unset lock groups and then set these ones. Assign islands to lock group, and then we'll pack again. Back. All right. Coffee. I need some. Oh. Oh. That tastes good. think I forgot to average their skill. Interesting. So this guy is just that big. All right. All right. I can live with that. Good morning, Zin. Hello. Happy Friday. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. I'm hungover, but we're surviving. Oh, Sky, you asked a question. Could they be overlapping if they were the same size and had the same color? Yes. So a few are overlapping, such as the toes. So for the toe, if I look at it, I actually only have one toe that I'm mapping, and I'm only mapping half of it. So I'm really cheating on the toes because they're going to be identical. And then everything is mirrored. So in the end result, I will at least have pretty much half the meshes in the UV islands overlapping with the other half. And that's a good way to increase your resolution because you can just make everything share the same data. Very convenient, very useful for cheating. Okay, let's save this, and we're gonna say save copy. 11. UVs are a little bit more flexible than I think even I make them out to be. A lot of times because I like them in a very particular way. But you can really like if you just had a image with 4 pixels, each pixel was a different color, then all you really need to do, because you're just gonna have like a really simple color palette, is grab your UV islands and just stuff them onto each pixel for whatever color you want them to be. Or like people do that a lot with gradients too. Oh, it takes the mirror modifier into account. Sweet, it does. It does. Very useful. Very, very useful. So I'm gonna say pre-painting for the body. We're doing good. Look at that, 66,000 tries, almost 67. That means we have a really solid budget for when we need to make all the expression stuff. But I would like to get the. Oh wait. Okay, 69. Not as good because I forgot about this again. Gosh darn it. Okay, because I redid my UV map. Say project from view. Select. Oh no, just unwrap it. What's that? Bam. A little bit smaller. We don't need it to be that big. And pack again. Your tips are gold. Thank you, Sky. Happy to help. There are definitely some difficulties when you bake things with the mirrors. So it's not quite as simple as just making a mirror modifier and baking it. Just when you're baking, really. Because you need to make sure that you triangulate your mesh if you have a mirror modifier, and the triangulation has to happen before your mirror modifier. Otherwise, the sides will be slightly different, and Substance Painter will be mad. Substance Painter does not like that. Looks like I did not unwrap 2 objects. So let's go in. I swear I unwrapped these. And we're going to make some cuts. This should be straightforward, though. And for anyone new out there, thank you for coming by. Happy Friday. Let me know if you have questions. Right now, we're just working on retopology. Boom. Happy clams. That's what they look like. They look like little clams. Pin swing beforehand as well. And then put the cursor here. Man. Should pin this as well. Bada boom. Look at that. Easy pazeasy. And it crashed. Wow. That's annoying. Pretty rare for Blender to crash like that. Must have done something funny. Okay. Everything's already packed. But I have to redo the mapping on these. Just gotta save a lot while I go into this. But doing things twice, you get to learn how to do it the faster way. Maybe. Straighten. All right. Bada boom. And then take all the edges, pin them. Cursor goes here. 0.6 SY0. Save. Good morning, Arctic. Hello, welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. Hope you're having an amazing one. I'm slightly hungover, but welcome. But I'm getting caffeinated, so we'll counteract that. That evil influence. Evil. Bam, bam, bam. All right, those are done. And no crash this time. But these should be much smaller, probably right around there, so. And then we're packed. I submitted the photo to the VRC Arena listing of Mabob, and now we're working on a requestifying. Okay, very cool. Well, that's awesome. Submitted the proto. That is very exciting. Did you put it on Gumroad for people to download? Google Drive folder. Gotcha. If you ever think that you might be want to sell assets in the future, even if you're releasing stuff for free, Gumroad's great because you get email. You can start building up an email list when people upload. And now my internet just kicked the bucket. Now it's back. Alrighty. Okay, so now we have everything mapped. I think. You know what? I'm just gonna. That's good. It's all good. Okay. Now save copy, and we're gonna overwrite the pre-painting. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, Nammers. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. What we're gonna do is start meshing everything. J. Meshing as many things as I can. All right, so here's what we'll do. I have to do it one at a time. So many different modifiers I'm adding to these. There we go. Okay, that's one object. Next. None of this actually needs to move, so just select it all and mesh it, combine it, and hit all transforms. Should have done that with this one. All transforms. But good morning, Nammers. Hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome to the stream. That's all one object already. Perfect. The hand, a Rooney, just needs a subdivision applied. And we'll hit all transforms. Good to go. Wings. Wings. Wings are probably going to have to be a separate material, along with a few other things. So we'll return to those later, because I still need to finish them. These guys. You know what? I'm just going to select it, mesh it, Control A, combine, and then delete this other side. And then we can add our mod deck. Mirror axis. Simple. The first quest version was quickly scrunkled down, so want something that looks a little nicer this time. Look at it. Yeah, quest conversion can sometimes be like, and now I've destroyed it. Especially there's the modifier or the add-on, what it's called, cats MMD, and that one's got people quite like that one, but it seems to have a rough decimation. Actually, for the jaw, I'd like to put the cursor here and then make an empty on the cursor and then move this back up to hidden. So when I make the jaw, I know where I want it to rotate. All of these things, let's hide the eye. All these things here, mesh, combine, Control A. There's the head. Hide that arm. Mesh. Combine. Delete this side. Add that mirror mod with the mirror axis. Boom. Hide. Mesh. Combine. And again, add the mirror with the mirror axis. Making a quest version for yourself. Destiny. Yeah, that's good enough. I still haven't seen those the like imposter system that people made. I still haven't seen that yet in game. I'd like to. I want to see what that feels like, though. They're like, they just look like they're a bunch of cardboard cutouts glued together. It's a fun idea. I think I could see more of it happening in the future, but it does look kind of goofy on its own. That one's already combined. Body. Body. Oh, body. So this needs to be its own thing. These are fine. Well, actually, these need their transforms centered, and we should be good to go. Let me turn on all the high poly. Except the wings, everything looks perfect. But we're saving the wings for a little later when we do the emotions or expressions. This guy needs a mirror axis. And almost everything's good. Whose origin is right there? Actually, this one I can apply the mesh to. All right, we need to, okay. Make single user object data. Okay. Then we can apply this, and then we can just relink it. Object link object data. We just want to get rid of this first mirror. Maybe not. Oh, okay. Um, okay, that's fine. We'll just hide that for now. Look at the boy. Look at him. Lufa, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hi, what Blender add-ons do you recommend for beginners? So I'll need to make a list for this at some point. So let me make a note really quick. Blender add-ons. I would say the most essential one is loop tools. That is definitely the most useful. Actually, we'll go back to stream and put that in here. Blender add-ons. So loop tools is amazing. Mesh data transfer. And all of these are free. In fact, loops itself does come with Blender. And what that allows you to do, so for example, when I go into edit mode, I have this loop tools option, and this allows you to like straighten certain edges or relax them. So I could space these very evenly, or use the G stretch to kind of straighten them between these 2 points. A bunch of different operations that you can use. But a lot of times, like working with things like this, and it also has mesh tools, which is very similar. You can smooth things and stuff like that. Basically stuff that you would be doing a bunch of, it really simplifies. And then lastly, this one's a little bit more advanced, but the action recorder, if I went back in time, I would have given myself this at the start. So the action recorder is an add-on that lets you save a series of steps that you do. So like if you're going to be doing a bunch of things, like you have a bunch of hair and you want to do one operation on all pieces of those hair, but you have to do it step by step by step, you can save those steps into one action. And it's so useful, so cool. It really is the best thing. But so those are a few I'd add: loop tools, mesh data transfer, and action recorder. And UV toolkit would be a good one. And all of these are free. In fact, let me put that free right there. So I would just screenshot that if you're interested. Or I can paste it in chat. And you should be able to find all of those just with Google. But if you can't, let me know. But it should be available pretty easily. And then I have some paid ones that I use, but those aren't things I would recommend for beginners. There's one add-on I use a lot called Auto Rig Pro for rigging, and super useful, but definitely you would want to understand rigging first before getting it. Otherwise, it may not actually be that useful. All right. Fine. All right, so we got the Retopo head. And what we're going to do now is first, for all of these, we want to apply. Okay, we'll go one at a time. This mirror is good. For the hand, that mirror is good. For the legs, see, these ones have a mirror right on the axis. F2 add-on. F2 add-on? Which one's that? Real handy. F2 add-on. Let me Google that. Blender F2 add-on. Create a face from a single vertex selection. Oh, gotcha. So you can just make a face right at a specific spot. Extends Blender native. Allows you to create a face from a single vertex selection. Interesting. I'll have to play around with that. I'm not sure I quite understand what it's used for. I'll have to check it out. It's like when you press F to make a face, but better. Or you don't have to select the whole thing. Gotcha. Okay. That would be useful. Certainly, you're making new faces all the time. So I'll add that to the list. F2. Oops. F2. And these ones are built in. It's smart about making faces and seaming stuff up. Interesting. Why are there so many add-ons? I'm interested to know. I should just go find someone who's like got 20 years experience in Blender and be like, give me your list. Because I feel like the action recorder one, it's like that literally probably if I hadn't been using that at the very beginning, I would have saved literal weeks worth of work, maybe even months of my time, my life. That's like not an exaggeration. It literally would have saved me months of my life working on things. Like it's good to know things, but certainly, uh, gotta be gotta be a balance there. Certainly. All right, I think everything is centered now. Smart on making faces. I read that. I read that. So now, the reason to do all that centering is so I can return stuff to its original position. But now we're actually going to start moving some stuff around. Boom. Start the axe. Then we're going to do the hand. We'll do the hand and arms. We might as well do everything at once. No reason to wait. Oh, except the wings. Wings can go away for now. Let me put them up at the top. All right. These can go back. Doop. Actually, it'd be nice to have a little bit of hey yo. This face doesn't look quite centered. Or maybe it's better to say that this piece here is not actually centered. Leave it all. Leave it all behind. Okay, in here, these ones should be separate. Pop those off. Move that over. This should also be separate. Man, we're making the explodey version. And we'll separate this. Nice. This reminds me of you get an action figure in like a packaging. And for the axe, I'm actually just going to put it right above. A little simpler that way. Probably have to make that a little bit smaller. Not something I need to do just yet. It's almost time to bake already. It is. It is. There's more to make for the character. We do need to make a lot of smaller assets for the expressions, but I don't think I'll be baking all of those in the same way. Not too worried about including them in this step. But yes, time to get this boy baked. Give him. Oh, we forgot something. We missed this guy. Darn. Well, that's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing this. All right, so this guy will give the body material so it blends in. And we're just going to keep it real simple. Real simple. You know what? Actually, we'll make a new. This will be quick. So impressed that this one has taken you pretty much the same amount of time as the other character. Thank you. It will be long. I know already that he'll be a little bit longer, at least a few days more than the Minotaur. But hello, Thorn. Welcome. It's so great to see you streaming. Thank you. Yeah, I was a little late to the chair this morning. I I must have turned off my alarm when I woke up, but then I just apparently went straight back to bed, and I didn't even know. That happens very rarely to me. Usually, I just wake up begrudgingly and very early. All right, there we go. That looks good. Then we'll select just the outer edges. And we're going to give them a very small bevel. And then we're also going to hit it with a shrink wrap just to make sure everything's snug. Snuggy wuggy. But I hope everyone's having a fantastic start to their Friday. Hello, everyone. If I haven't said hi to you yet, welcome. Hello. Anyone that's lurking there, thank you for coming by. Happy Friday. Ba-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Let's call these ones. Don't particularly need those edges. And that all looks good. Since it is Friday, maybe we'll do something fun towards the end of my day. Play a game or something. How could you forget the butt runners? I know. They're so essential. He needs to be aerodynamic. And I don't need this face. So to unwrap this, we'll start on the bottom. Like so. Like so. Collapse that, unwrap it. Oops, that was the wrong button. Bada boom. A. I don't like that bend, but that's okay. Pin and straight. A little bit something like that. All right, all right, all right. Do I listen to Hatsune Miku? I can't say I have a memory of listening to her. I certainly know who she is, though, or know of her. Kind of weird to say. She's a robot. She's not real, man. Hatsune Miku can't hurt you. She's not real. But she seems fun. She is kind of real. I always thought that um, there should be a VR band. Like there's like VR DJs, but there's no band. Like people there should someone should make a band for VR and try to pursue doing concerts and stuff in there because there's a lot of VR DJs. VR gay band. Isn't that all bands? Mm. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some sugar. I got Hello Panda chocolate. Oh. Wow, that one looks messed up. Hello Panda. They're pretty good. A little character on them. Probably hard to see, but mm. Hello Pandas are good. They are good. I need a little crunch with my chocolate. It's very important. Love them with coffee. You read my mind. You read my mind. But I need to find a way to fight this hangover. So I think a little chocolate and coffee should be a good start. All right. Okay. I think he's exploded. It's like he had a wild night. Definitely an imbibing one. Nothing too crazy though. Just me being a fool. I just love whiskey. Just love whiskey. And low. Fear me. Fear me. He looks so much more intimidating exploded. All right. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to take all these, say, select objects, or actually, fine. We'll just hide the butt flap. Hide the retopo. And we're going to make another collection called Sculpt Body. Sci-fi horror monster now. He's getting there. Has anyone seen The Ritual? That one that was a movie that messed me up. And then we'll do another folder for Retopo Body. I have. It's good. Yeah. I thought about that one a lot since I saw it. There's a lot of scary movies I've seen where I like, it's okay. It's just scares you for that night. That one I always think back on. I feel like I would have been the monster in that is terrifying. It is. It's a really cool monster though. Really cool design. All right. So the sculpt will hide. Go to the retopo. And now it's time to give everything a displace vertex group and a triangulate beauty above the mirror, and then a displace that uses the displace vertex group. So first things first, object, link transfer, mesh data, vertex groups, active to, uh, or sorry, should be source layer, active layer by name, so that we won't overwrite anything or make a new one. Oh, we need to redo our UV maps really quick because I have this guy here to include. Mm, mm, mm. All right, there we go. How's the chocolate? It's good. You know, it's a little more about the bread than it is about the chocolate. Oh. Mm, 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 mm. I think my brain needed the sugar. I want some. Here. Open wide. Nom, 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 nom. It's all smoked now. Opens. It is delicious. Tasty, tasty. Oh, come on, brain. I can feel a headache forming. Huh. Ah. Did you watch Critical Role here? I love Critical Role. That's why I was up late last night. Watching Critical Role. Right. I didn't finish setting up the triangulate on everything though. Copy to selected and copy to selected. And then I have to go through each object here and make sure it triangulates at top. Just one more thought regarding the like quad versus triangulation stuff. Like people, oh, you know, you need quads, this and that. Hello, no bagel. We've got little chocolates, mini chocolate bagels. Also, hello, welcome, good morning, Dad. If you watching Critical Role, it sounds strangely right. It felt good at the time. Now my head hurts. Regret. No regrets. Regrets. I like your TikToks. They're not. Not too many of them. There's that goose sci-fi guy. He's a little saucy. But that's what you know. That's how you get popular on TikTok. I'm just a cog in the system. Goofy goober. The communists took over and they forced me to dance. Got to be a little saucy. Exactly. It's the part of the contract. Am I a communist? It's all about what you want. That's up to you. That's up to you. No one else can determine that for you. Hmm. Gosh darn it. I'm missing this piece too. Oh. Okay. Well, that's what we're here to learn. Yes. Yes. So, gonna do the exact same thing. Make a cage, displace cage for everything. Make sure it all fits nicely. Should be a little bit easier because it's all very hard shapes. So, the cage. So, are you familiar with how cycles renders things how things are rendered like with a light simulation? where they just casts like a bunch of little rays, and slowly like builds an image. That's basically what happens in Substance, and that is how. Um, so yeah, it's basically that's the process that happens in baking, but it's hard for the system to know where it should cast the ray from. So the cage is the origin point of a ray. You're basically telling it, I want you to cast your calculation from this point, uh, because otherwise, the if you use the default stuff, it might end up in some um, intersecting or something, and it'll be casting the ray from inside the mesh, and it'll look weird. But that's basically it. That's just you're just telling it, I want you to cast right here. And most of because it's hard surface, it'll probably bake pretty easily. I don't anticipate many issues. The hands, though, probably will be the most difficult part. So as close as possible for best result. Basically, you're just trying to avoid otherwise because it's gonna use a cage that it makes itself, and it might not make the best cage uh, to calculate this stuff. Like when you're in Substance, you can without a cage, you have like a little slider to adjust how big um, the cage it's making is. Um, but it doesn't know what will work best, so you kind of just have to tell it like, I want you to calculate from here, because you made a terrible cage, and usually that's why fingers are messed up, right? Because it displaces and all the cage goes inside via finger. Um, like if I just remove this here, oh, that's a little too strong, but you should be like this, and it's like you can see how they cut into each other, and that's where your bad uh, bakes come from usually. What is my fave music genre? I listen to a lot of metal. I listen to a lot of metal. That's my one true love. Though I do like trance dance hall music when I'm working out. I don't particularly like metal when I'm working out, but like trance dance hall music, it's perfect. Where it's just like a, and you just especially if you're running, like you're basically just matching the beat, and that works out pretty easily. You don't look like a metal enjoyer. Heck, W. How dare you? I certainly don't have as many tattoos as most metal enjoyers. I don't have any tattoos. I listen to men whimpering. I don't think that's music. Different videos for that. Let's see. I need to put the cage the other way. That was inverted. Need to grow my hair out in order to listen to metal. I used to have shoulder length hair back in the day. Uh, that annoyed me. I didn't like having hair that long. It just didn't. It did actually bug me. Because it just get in my eyes and stuff. I'm just not built to be slightly tickled all the time. I go crazy. That's what it feels like. It's like your hair's like brushing your eyes and getting in your ears and stuff. Uh, didn't realize this was an NPC. Hello, Pseudo. It is not quite an NPC. I just put that title up because I feel like people get a better, people just seeing the title get better insight into what I'm doing that may not understand what VR chat is, or uh, I'm trying to bring people in, so I think that's a slightly vaguer title makes sense. People may not understand if I say VR chat avatar or something like that. But I may still put like VR avatar. So making a VR avatar from scratch. That might get people in. But hello, Pseudo. Happy Friday. My hair is shoulder length, lol. I mean, hey, if you like it, that's fine. I just knew that I was going a little crazy with long hair. I do like the idea of having long hair. I just don't will never do enough to maintain it. I'm too lazy for it, basically. Playable non-player character. Me, IRL. I hated having long hair. Yeah, it was a little too much. Nah, because like long hair defines me, and I cannot be myself without long hair. Well, enjoy. You know, you got. Well, I have no. I think everyone should do it once and know what they like. If I wasn't just very slightly tickled the whole time, I would have long hair. I know I would. It just gets in my eyes and ears, and I go crazy. This spot right here is not going to work well. I think we'll need to make a shape key to finish this one. It was the noting for me, noting. Because my nickname in high school was Vampirian, but many called me Vampy. That's awesome. I see where your love for Victorian stuff comes from now. And not too worried about getting this little spot perfect because it's going to be hidden. Because I had and still have long hair, piercings, and pale skin. Good morning, Wendy. Yeah, a buddy of mine was referred to as Jesus because he had long hair and didn't wear shoes. Not as vampire oriented there, but I mean, he could have. No, you find what works for you. My hair reaches my butt. Tell your hair to leave you alone. Griefer Jesus. Well, it was California, so not super uncommon. More like surfer stuff. Not just some long hair. How do I sculpt the displacement modifier? Right now, I'm using a vertex group in the modifier here. So it's just uh, telling it how much influence the displacement modifier has. It's not quite sculpting. Sculpting might actually be better, uh, and that may be something I switch to in the long run. Just doing sculpting for this because I could bake it into a shape key, or use it as a shape key. Um, that may actually be a little more advantageous because there's already the displacement only follows like the normals. Doesn't really have a good idea where to go. Um, but the main reason I it can be an effective handle. You know, they're probably not wrong. For what? My gosh, guys, it's Friday. Tails. The energy, the vibe today is very is got some horniness to it. Or just like it's like a grab shot put. It's too early to be this lewd. I'm just waking up, guys. What did I walk into? What did I walk into? You don't want to know. So how about dim triangles? I mean, hey, no judgment here. No judgment here. You got to know what you're about. It's, you all play VR chat too much. It's never too early to be subtly lewd. That's not true. I don't own VR chat. I own VR chat. I'm the VR chat CEO. Our uniform is a, is a skirt and stockings. I'm not even trusted yet. Chocolate or cheese? Oh, between the two, chocolate. I'm lactose intolerant, so I love cheese. Cheese does not love me. Hazelnut chocolate specifically. Mm. What does trusted mean? You have rankings within VR chat, just basically based on how long you've been playing, um, and usually gives people an idea if you're new or not. You're lacti intoleranty. Yes. I wish it was not the case. I wasn't when I was a kid, which is the hard part. It's like I grew up drinking milk and eating cheese and stuff, but no longer. No longer. It happens. It happens. It's pretty common for people to for lactose intolerance to happen later. Pistachio chocolate is my fave. Ooh, ooh, that does sound good. I do really like pistachio ice cream. Such an old man thing to say, but it's true. It's good. It's good. Sometimes you don't want something that's just a bunch of sugar. You know, have a little savory. So just randomly one day stopped being able to eat milk-based products. It was just over time. It like over time they started bothering me more and more. Um, yeah, yeah. A sad, sad day. But it happens. Most, in fact, what's funny is like lactose intolerance is talked about like it's rare, but actually the majority of people have lactose intolerance. Just a lot of people ignore it, and I ignore it on occasion when I want to eat something with dairy. But um, when I say ignore, I mean they ignore their own lactose intolerance. Womp womp. Yeah, yeah. Most people are. I watched this YouTuber guy, and he very interesting guy. He does like all these science experiments and stuff, but he modified a virus to give himself uh give himself the ability to process lactose. So he like drank it, and then his it changed the DNA in his stomach cells. And apparently only lasted for like 6 years or so, and it eventually went away. But like, would I do that? Maybe. Yeah, the more you have, the more intolerant you get. Exactly, because it's autoimmune response, I believe. Am I? Is that right? Yeah, I think eventually it's just your immune system responding, and your unfortunately allergies and all your immune responses get more aggressive through the course of your life, which is not necessarily a good thing. But yeah, you could be lactose intolerant. You too can be lactose intolerant. Say no to tolerance. I'm not. Not yet. Like you get sick after. That was an interesting video. Okay, you saw this. It's very cool. It's very cool. A pretty huge number, some level of lactose tolerance is always like between food and the later effects. Yes. Yes. Do you get sick after drinking milk or eating milk-based products? I just mostly get like, I mean, just to be a little blunt about it, it's like diarrhea basically. Like your body's just like, get that out of here, but not like sick. You know, I'm not like it's not like a fever or anything. It's mostly just your stomach is upset. I'm mildly intolerant. Say no to tolerance. Me, I'll Sam Dutter interact with the guy in chat. I drink like almond and oat milk. Almond oat milk's very good. Um, in fact, I think it's better in coffee than just normal milk. Maybe that's sacrilege for coffee people, but I gotta say it. I can still eat ice cream and stuff, but it does make me go. It's worth it though. I mean, man, if there's this ice cream here in America, I'm not sure if it. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but it's called Moose Tracks, and it's so good. It's got little chocolate peanut butter cups in it, and like these chocolate swirls. And yeah, I will sacrifice my stomach for the day to eat those. Yes, I will. I volunteer. I can't process corn. You mean like your body can't digest it? That's normal. You can't digest the uh, shells and stuff. It's ironic that also lactose intolerant. A little bit, a little bit. No, I suppose many people don't have to worry about lactose intolerance in your case. There's probably a better joke I can make there. Bro, peanut butter ice cream is so good. It's true. But peanut butter cups. Peanut butter cups. I used to find big chunks of fudge. Now you like to find a sliver if you pick it out by yourself. It's true. It's true. Um, dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I think I finally got over my peanut allergy. I'm allergic to hops, so beer is bad to me. Oh, really? Interesting. I mean, I love beer, but it's not particularly good for you anyway. I love it a lot, but it's pretty easy to overdo beer. It's just the amount of calories you eat with beer. Eat, consume while drinking beer is nuts. It's nuts, I say. I have a lot of allergies. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully. I mean, apparently they're working on with all these CRISPR advancements. They're actually working on uh, autoimmune vaccines, which is super interesting to me and probably very useful for most people. This spot is weird. Let me grump. Could have grew it. Luck. Good luck finding that though. What's grew it? Grump. In Europe, they have data on molecules in hops that are allergenic. Interesting. What is grew it? Is that like a? I'm not sure what that is. I don't know what that is. All right, we're gonna keyframe everything, location, rotation, and scale, and then hit Alt G because I need to figure out how this works right here. Okay, that's fine. Darn, I did a lot of work here, and I'm gonna have to redo it on the torso. Okay. Recently found out that about the hops thing and stopped drinking beer because of it. I wonder you might be as well then, because I love IPAs, but those definitely will mess me up. I know a micro that makes good gruits. What is a gruit? I need to look this up. It's beer with other beer other aromas used than hops. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Darn, I thought we were done with retopology. A little bit more retopology, unfortunately. Just just the nature of this work, I suppose. What happened to the topology? I didn't have these little hip side things here enabled. So unfortunately, I did not make the retopology around them, which is such a bummer. Just a little. I know that there's a. How I narrowed it down is really hop forward beers make me feel sick, and more hops the worse I feel. Gotcha. What happened is I just kept drinking beer. It made me feel worse. Beer tastes like pee. Don't ask me how I know pee tastes like. Well, I won't. Well, I need to go back to work though, so I'll catch you later, man. Sounds good, Pseudo. Enjoy your day. Thank you for coming by. Happy Friday. I hope you have a fantastic weekend because it is just about to be the weekend. Just about there. All right, this should go quick. This should go quick. Yeah, that's so interesting. The bodies are weird, y'all. Bodies are weird. What the heck? Some intelligent design, my ass. Sorry, that was rude. I didn't enjoy beer till I was in my 30s. Very much an acquired taste. Do you guys have Waffle House in Austin, Texas? Absolutely, there is a Waffle House in Texas. Um, there are many Waffle Houses in Texas, and it is a very much a prized possession of here. We also have Buc-ee's, which is a weird thing. It's like a people are very fanatical about Buc-ee's. Uh, have I ever been to one? I have not actually. I have not. I don't. If I'm really if I'm gonna get like comfort food, I'll probably get Denny's. Comfort foods like you know, it's like a breakfast basically. But certainly respect Waffle House employees because man, they seem to deal with a lot of shit all the time. Kind of socially awkward to go out and eat. Just to go out and eat, gotta find a way to work through that. You need to be able to do that. What about your vampire feedings? Buc-ee's. We're getting a Buc-ee's. Oh, really? That one. Yeah, spelled funny. Very much an acquired taste. Yes, beer definitely is. It's like coffee. It's like coffee. Um, and I love beer, but I don't think I'll drink it very often anymore moving forward. I'd much rather have some whiskey. I prefer hard liquor. Just give me a soda instead. People are very excited about it. It's okay. I wouldn't say that it's like mind blowing. It's like if you turned a Walmart into more of like a tourist gift shop. That's what it feels like. Some people will be very upset with me for saying that, by the way. But I stand by it. Some of my buddies. This is Ohio. That sounds phenomenal. an upgrade. It's interesting. Really, what stands out for Bucky's though is they usually have so many gas pumps. It's like a lot of the Bucky's here. It's like a giant parking lot filled with gas pumps. It's nuts. I rarely ever see that many like gas station pumps. It's really wild. They could like at least 50 gas pumps at least. Thoughts on Ohio? I have never been. I have never been. No thoughts other than that. Seems to be suffering as a meme now. Suddenly has become some sort of meme. Funny how those things happen. Sandusky, if you like coasters. Okay, heck yeah. I do like roller coasters. Anything to get the adrenaline going. There we go. Otherwise, visit it. Don't visit. What that means? Visit. Do 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 do. There's not much else worth seeing. Well, yet. Yet. It's just like a kind of more agricultural, right? I guess the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, that's a short jaunt over from Sandusky. That's a cool city name, though. Sandusky. Sandusky. At least they got that going for them. Cool city name, Sandusky. Delulu Land. Delulu Land. What is Delulu? Also, shout out to everyone who I haven't said hi to this morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to the stream. And welcome. Welcome, welcome. Let me know if you have any questions. We're making this mech guy above me right now. If you are new and unsure what I'm doing, let me know if you have any questions. My stage. What stage? Where do you perform? You haven't said hi to me. I said hi to you, Thorn. I said hi to you. But hello again. Welcome. I'll put it there. Yeah, that's going to be hidden anyway. It's going to be hidden. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, I'm so done with apologizing, y'all. Please no more. Please no more after this. I need a break from apology. Especially hard surface apology because it's on VR chat. On the Verge hat. Waffle House vlog when? Oh, that'd be fun. I've never done a vlog yet. I've only done this kind of stuff, so it'd be fun. I think they'd be upset with me though if I told them I'd lived in Texas for 4 years and then gone to Waffle House cat. First, better be goo. Be goo. I won't mention that. I'll just say that my chat wanted me to take them to Waffle House. I do want to do. There is the Blanton Museum, and I've been thinking about going there to do some life drawing. Maybe I'll turn it into a vlog. We'll do a day where go out and do some life drawing in the museum. I think that'd be pretty fun. Hopefully they allow that, but they may not. May not. But I think that'd be fun. That's my time of good day. Don't look that Texan. Um, I would say most Texans know I'm from California, probably right off the bat. That would be my guess. That would be my guess. Uh, Wendy, would if you met me, would you think that I'm from California? I'm guessing most people would. Most other Americans would, I should say. When I hear the word Texas, IDK Austin, it's always hard to tell. Fair. That is true. Let's just say in general. Definitely from the West Coast because I have the Californian accent, the YouTube accent. Uh, I was in VR chat the other or in VR in contractors, and someone's told me I had an NPC voice. When I hear the word Texas, it's because he doesn't have his cowboy hat on. I need to rectify that. When I hear the word Texas, I just think of a boomer with a beard and a Trump cap, and also with a shotgun. Oh, let's not forget that Texas-shaped pepperoni. Kind of Seattle vibes. Okay, okay, I like that. You don't know anyone from Seattle, though. Probably, but I was not surprised when you said Austin. Gotcha, gotcha. Again, initial perceptions are always funny. Seattle is a cool city, though. I've been there a few times. I was born in Washington State. Definitely West Coast vibes. Gotcha. Yeah, I grew up in, or I didn't grow up there. I think we moved out of Seattle when I was like 3 or 4. So I don't really have many memories there. But I have family up there, so we'd go to visit every now and then. It's cool if you like. Uh, it's probably the most European looking part. I mean, it's just a northern state, so it's wet and rainy, and you get winter and stuff, and a lot of trees. Uh, ever been to NYC? I have been. I have not been to Times Square, or sorry, downtown New York, but I have been to New York. Can't say I really enjoy big cities though. It's not really a thing I seek out. I lived in LA long enough that being in traffic and being around a lot of crowded places just stresses me out. Big cities are overwhelming. Yes, yes. I used to, for anyone that knows LA, this will sound insane, but I lived on the east of downtown LA, and I worked on the west side, past downtown in Hollywood, Hollywood area, not in the industry, but just in that area. And I drove that commute. It took 3 hours to get to work, depending if there was like an accident or anything like that. It just would come to a grinding halt. Uh, ugh. It stresses me out thinking about it. It's back in my car, hating life. Is it common to go that far to work there? Um, for some people, yes. Some people live like 4 or 5 cities north of LA and drive to LA every day because they don't want to live in LA, but they have to work in LA. So yeah, commuting is a big part of American culture. Really, it's just like a shared trauma that all Americans have apparently. I don't drive. I don't blame you. It's not fun. I'm looking forward to getting a car that can drive itself. Even though they don't want to live there, they often can't afford to. Exactly. Yeah, downtown LA is expensive, and you really don't enjoy living in downtown LA. You know, it's a stressful place. I don't. I am glad I no longer live there. Very glad. Downtown LA is unreal. Yes. Yeah. Also, sort of dangerous, isn't it? I've had my car broken into quite a few times. No, not quite a few times. More than once. And I wasn't even doing anything crazy. Like just a very normal spot to park, and they just come up. They'll break your window to see if there's things they want to take in there. uh, yeah. Oh yeah. Keeping you on your toes. Oh, most definitely. Yeah, I'm really enjoying Austin. I don't live in the city proper here. I'm like 30 minutes away from downtown here. Um, it's nice, but it's definitely getting that big city vibe already. My ex lived in La Jolla, working on his PhD. Okay, heck yeah. I'd be killed, to be honest, if I ever visited LA. You'd be fine. I'm making it sound more dangerous than it is. Uh, it's a nice area. It's a nice area, and there are a lot of nice people there. It's just it's like any city. It's any big city. Play it safe. Don't do stupid stuff. No. If you want to see it, it's fun, and California is beautiful. There's a lot of fun things to do in LA. Nah, because I'm afraid of being shot. I think the perception that there's guns everywhere in the United States is overblown. I mean, a lot of people own guns, but it's not like you walk out to a stream of gunfire every day. Student and rental for a smaller apartment than mine 15 years ago was still one third more than I pay now. There are guns everywhere, though, but that's why people aren't shooting each other, right? Like, no one wants to get shot, so you don't shoot people because you could get shot. They're like school shootings, like daily in the U.S. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm totally in favor of more sensible gun control, but there will never be a point when guns are just completely banned in America. I don't see that ever happening. And the problem with school shootings isn't the guns. It's much more the mental health crisis than it is the guns. Other ways to solve that problem. But that being said, I do wish that what that solution looked like was talked about more by politicians. Or maybe both. All right, look at that. Oh, almost done. Just need to wrap up the little butt here. Um, yeah, uh, yeah. The idea that like people are just gonna shoot each other all the time just because they have guns, it's like I don't think that's the case. It's like I think that it's not quite that simple. You get more gun crime because people have guns, but it would just be another form of crime anywhere else. Like that's just what it is. Like if someone wants to kill someone and they're in a car, in America they might pull out a gun and shoot the other person. But if you're in another country, you're just going to hit them with the car. Not the case until you get shot. Access is a problem, parts because the supply is absurd. There really is not a solution to that. Yeah, no, I mean it's not. It won't happen. I don't see guns ever getting taken away. Um, that would be truly a it would be a bad situation if that happened. Like in Romania, if somebody purchases a gun, they're heavily monitored and they're not allowed to go out with it in the first place. They can't even like use it somewhere. Do I have firearms? I do. I have arms. Oh, there's a new Avatar movie coming out. They can't hear either without a conceal or open carry permit. But people who are going to shoot people are not going to fuss over following that law either. Yes, 100%. The issue around guns does seem to be uniquely American. I think right now we have a huge cultural issue, but we're not. It, I think you're absolutely correct. It is an American cultural issue, but we're not the only gun. We're not the only country with guns that are as available. Um, so I don't think it has less to do with the guns. If if we had the same sort of cultural issues with people trying to hurt other people in like schools and stuff, they would be going to school with machetes or something like that. If they didn't have access to guns. I mean, man, you guys ever hear of Japan when they had the uh the guy freaking it's like some guy got a crop duster and sprayed nerve like some sort of nerve agent over like a train station or something like that. No, downtown Tokyo. Uh, it's like regardless of where you're at, it just takes someone clever enough to figure out a way to harm people. The otaku killer, I think so, something like that. That's some GTA stuff. Yeah, Sakabibara. Water counters fire, so we both die. String opposite opinions get bounced around quite a lot and often shut down real discourse. Absolutely, absolutely. But again, I don't think it'll ever happen that guns go away in America. That would be, I think that'd be bad. You can run from a machete. Again, there if someone is determined to kill people, they will be able to do so, regardless of where they're at. I'm not saying that having access to guns decreases that chance. It does make the option a lot easier. I'm for gun control in the sense of licenses, background checks, that kinds of thing. Are you a danger? Is pretty a no brainer. Like that should be very easy to do. Hell, can we have a revolution? I will say this. Well, here's what I will say. There are countries right now that there are very the government would never ever let the citizens have guns because they know that the first thing they do would take out the government. Like, look at Iran. It's like like they don't want their citizens to have guns. Like I don't think the Ayatollahs would be in charge if their citizens had access to guns. Or the mullahs. Anyway, I think this is straying into politics now, and I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to indulge that line of thought too much. That sounds both sad and hilarious at the same time. I mean, Iran would be better off if they didn't have that government in charge. I think anyone from an outside perspective can agree to that. I know that there's a lot of citizens there that can agree with that as well. Yeah, I am. I am continuing to rant a little bit, so I will let that lie. Let that lie. Leave that alone. Does anyone have any blender questions? Bam, bam. I think that anyway, last thought. I look forward to a revolution in Iran, and I think a lot of Iranians do as well. those those assholes have been in charge for too long. What's my favorite topology shape? Cube. Subdivided cube. Easy peasy. I like cube. I like cube. Let's select this again. I could have gone there. I'm not going to. Cube is good. Cube is safe. I've got a blender question. Were you ever approached by a Walmart employee when grocery shopping? And if yes, how extroverted were they on a scale from 1 to 10? I don't think I've ever been approached by a Walmart employee, actually. Usually when I'm there, they seem to be very happy to be left alone. I think anytime a customer approaches them, they're worried something's about to go wrong. That's what it seems like to me. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. It's messed up. It's messed up. Like, I know the retail employees are somewhat extroverted and talkative and whatnot, especially in the US. Potentially, they are more talkative than other countries, but I guess I wouldn't know because I have yet to visit. I don't have that perspective. So they could definitely be more extroverted and talkative. Certainly in other places you go, coffee shops and stuff, a lot of animated people. Um, cut it like that and like these. When I worked PetSmart retail, it was pretty chatty because I had to be. Then go back in the corner in the back and disassociate with a hamster buddy. Oh, hamster buddy. Did anyone see that video of the Australian girl saving her hamster or her gopher or whatever? Groundhog. Uh, I'll load that up if you all have it. It's very funny. Bam and bam. Let rip that. Let me show you. Ground hog snake. Australia. Oh Lord. All this random stuff. I work in retail, but more like storage and organizing the products in the storage area when I don't have to interact with clients. Where I don't have to interact with clients. That's nice. There's a little Chinese water dragon we had like forever that would carry around with me sometime. Oh, do the smart anime glasses move? I do this. I do the. I don't want to touch my frames or poke my nose. So, longer jeeps. Are you planning on baking, doing the heavy lift to make them look deep? Yes. I wanted to pick up a lot of those ambient occlusion spots where we'll get like deep shadows and stuff. I think that's one of the nice things about. And also, there's going to be the leg here and like a joint, so it'll be hard to see this area. Um, so I'm not too worried about it being imprecise. Um, too worried. Ooh, bam, and bam. Hello, confetti. Where? I wish they didn't need like swimming space because otherwise that would be a perfect lizard. But, oh, that's for VTube stuff. Oh, it's yeah, it's not stuff. Don't click it. Is a stream lag? Don't worry. Uh oh. Come on, computer, get it together. So I'm at like 4K kilobytes. I'm talking to the manager of this stream. Yeah, who is that asshole? I always say to my friends, oh yeah, let me like if I need to get time off, like, oh yeah, like, I don't know if my boss will allow it, or something like that. That's fun. It's funny, I tell you. And straighten that out. When back in the PC actually helps. It does seem to, which boggles my mind. Who's the yapping Guar? What? Oh, look, everyone. Look. She's just a little pizza roll. She's just a little pizza roll. Look at her. Look at her. Look. She's just so sleepy. She's just a little pizza pie. Round baby. Her name is Lux. Name is Lux. After the League of Legends person. My brother named her. I did not. Blame him. Not that there's any blame. Just I don't mind her being named that at all, in any way. I guess. Lust. That would be quite a name for a cat. My cat's name is Biggest Dickus. You'd never guess why I thought of that. My beanbag just came so I can slap like all the other cool kids with FBT. You're getting the full ensemble, Evan. The full ensemble. I want a beanbag. Seems like the right thing to do in VR chat. You're not a true VR chatter unless you've got a beanbag. All right, this looks messy, but it will work. I would sleep on a beanbag. I'd lose my spine would be destroyed. I wish to lounge in front of mirrors. I just plop on the floor and hope my feet aren't occluded. How does this work? How does this work? I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Yeah, we're gonna need that. I don't want to work on that much more than that. This is rough. Oh, I just have to redo the whole thing, don't I? Gosh darn it! Oh, that's not. You look like a villain with the lighting. That's my open window. Or just in general. Just in general, I look villainous. I'd be okay with that. Life goals: become villain. Just in general. Oh, a real baddie. Fear me. Fear me. Oh, man, the headache's kicking in now. Oh my God. A true rapscallion. I like that word. I'm surprised there's no rappers. There's got to be some rappers named Rapscallion. There have to be, right? That would just be too good. Just be too good. Oh, Hamburglar is quaking. All right, y'all. I'll be right back. Let me get some Advil. One moment. All right, two ibuprofen. Taken. My liver is quaking. You can cut a liver in half and regrow it. It's actually a proposed solution for the shortage of transferable organs. So you just take someone's liver, cut it in half, and then regrow half of it. Now you know. Now you know. Oops. You're saying I have an infinite liver? Basically, yeah. It's liver's one of the most um, regenerative organs. It's not an excuse to drink like crazy though, but With this one easy trick, doctors hate. Stop cutting out your liver. You can't stop me, doctor. Black market dealers love to. Yeah. All right. All right. Why is this one so squished? Where is it squished? What's this thing here? All right, well, we will remove it completely. Extract it. Oh. Little pay boost every year, just sell a little liver. Oh man, my internet. What is going on? Bap, bap, bap. Okay. Oh. Guys, who made me drink so much last night? What the heck? Which one of you? You made me do this. Oh, it's Bappin time. Bapman. Bapman. 0.6. So, curious, Namers. For Scotland and kind of the UK area, what is the difference? Is there a difference between a pub and a bar? Or do you only have pubs? All right, we did it. We did it. And now we can pack again. As things get modernized and the meaning of pubs gets separated. Interesting. It's normally thick, sticky carpet in a pub. Gross. On the floor, right? actually a hole here? Oh shit! Shit! Depending on emotions, depends on that late in the evening. Because I always like the idea of like a pub, like a as like a hangout place, but maybe that has changed, or is that no longer how it is now? And also, sorry, just random questions. Question time. Um, why isn't this one getting affected? This placement should be the same on both sides. That's interesting. That means that the sculpture's different on these sides. Right. Because I moved it. That's why. Okay. Depends on how late in the evening. To me, the whole difference between a pub and a bar is a pub has that homey vibe, but with alcohol and sick Scottish food. But a bar is more modern. Gotcha. Pubs are kind of like houses. Many are converted houses where our bars more like open with a dance floor. Gotcha. Gotcha. I like that. I like that a lot. It sounds very charming. Okay, it's time to bake. To get baked. All right. So we'll take all these, export, Substance Painter V2, and I will make a folder for the body. Xenopragon body. Um, this is actually the cage because everything has the displace on. But there are a lot of people that will just call them both a pub because it has an actual bar in it. Gotcha. Gotcha. Also, other question regarding this: how much do how frequently do people drink in the UK and Scotland? I got to make a character named Jabba the Hutt, and that's so hard, bro. What, the slug guy? I believe in you. That should be straightforward. Do a little sculpture first, then make the model around. Also, welcome back, Pablo. Hello. Hope things are well in France. I think you're in France. Copy as new driver. Turn these off. Select everything. Want to paste as new driver. And then object link animation data. Oh. Oh. Hmm. Can I remove keyframe? Okay, I have to go layout. Select everything and then select the keyframes and delete the keyframes. Then I can, and also here, no keyframe view. Bro, I'm so bad at sculpting. You just gotta start it. I think that You could just do a subdivision, go straight into it, but just to block it out, it's a lot easier to make a mesh over something that you've already made. I'd say very often beer instead of coffee. Oh my goodness. They drink as much beer as they would coffee. A few days of that are at least people that social drink. Ever heard of deep fried Mars bar? Okay. No, I think I've heard of it, but like deep fried candy. They're good, but not from everywhere. And a deep fried Mars bar alone. Is that like a classic bar food item or pub item? I now will link the animation data, which will allow me to take this, toggle the displace for everything. Beautiful. And then back to sculpt body. And I'll put it here. These things are too close together. They're going to bake poorly. Mars bar over here is like Milky Way for you guys. They're kind of swapped. That's right. That's right. I used to work in a fancy uh, candy shop. Fancy candy shop. It was a candy shop that had a bunch of like rare candies and rare is not really the right term, but we'd get candies from all over. Now you can find pretty much international candy all over the place, but back then it was novel. It was new. Send the Job of the Hut thing in the Discord. I'll check it out. Uniquely Scottish delicacy. Interesting. Are you Scottish as well, Evan? A real Willy Wonka on our hands here. 8-minute hard-boiled eggs, pickled in beer vinegar. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. Mm. Oh, that made me hungry. That sounds like the perfect hangover food. Bro, I'm stuck with this. Hey, I mean, Jabba the Hutt's coming out well. You just need to give him little arms. Make sure to look at images of Jabba the Hutt while you're making them, and that's going to help quite a bit. English, okay. Whoa. Chippy food is real good drinking food. Oh, you guys are making me hungry now. I think it's the hangover talking. Okay, now we can export this one, and this is just the body. And just in case, we'll also re-export the cage too. Then just the sculpture stuff. Right. I think I have to get rid of the eye. And we'll remake that later. We'll make a collection here. Eye. Send it there. Hide it. Okay, perfect. Alrighty. Pop open Painter. Eat a little piece of chocolate. Mm. Have I decided I'm gonna put a logo? Hungry too, so I'm gonna buy some food. See you later. Sounds good, Sky. Get that food, and I'll probably be stopping the stream in about 30 minutes or so for lunch as well. But we'll catch you later, Sky. Um, I really should. I really should put a logo. Um, a lot of times I just forget to, but I really should. All right. And now we're back to the fun part: bacon. Making bacon. Save. And we'll just do a quick test bake. Cool, 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 cool. That's busted. Right there. Mm, looks like some things are not working right. Must be sculpture would be fine. Body UV editing. The head especially looked weird. But nothing strange here. I wonder if the age is incorrect. Body. Cage. It's camera. I have some wings I should reach up and actually use, but it's such a daunting shape. Too many sticky outfits. Just cheat. Like if you got like feathers, just make one and then duplicate it. Hmm. This looks a little different. That's because the display is on. These ones are definitely getting triangulated improperly. But why this? It's just too small? Yeah, a lot of things just look kind of bubbly. Hmm, interesting. Oh, ah, oh, okay. Let's go to the sculpture. And I believe some of these meshes are inside out. So select everything, say Shift N, refresh recalculate the normals. Yeah, no, that's why every other pair of wings looks like ass. Oh, excuse me. Cage. No, that was supposed to be the high poly. Whoopsies. Bam. Body. Cage. Better. Okay. Nice. Still getting a lot of triangulation here and here. And that's because I applied the mirror before I triangulated. So they have slightly different triangles. So we'll have to go back and do that. Same here. A few of them as well. Okay, it's looking better though. Looking better. All right. Eye sockets, weird, but that's expected. Um, the axe looks dope though. Nice. And looking a little low poly right there. That's probably my UV map. Okay, so a few things to change. Um, let's take, okay, so 1, 2, 3. This one as well. What software should I use if I want to make good quality textures easily? I use Substance Painter for painting, quite painting my meshes. Quixel mix, but it is paid, so this one costs money. I think something like Quixel Mixer would probably work well for you. Though I haven't really used it, but it is free. Um, it is free. Mm, these seem low poly as well. Look a little closer at some of this stuff. This is just a low resolution. Okay. We'll probably build everything up to 4K for the map. In fact, I'm just going to bake it 4K. I want to see what it looks like. See what artifacts remain to 4K bake. Computer won't handle it. Then I would probably just stick with I'll wait till this is done. I would just stick with Blender. You can do all your painting in Blender. You just need to find images and bring them into Blender. You might need to learn how to edit images though, like something like Photoshop. Krita is good. Krita. That's I'll just spell it in chat. Really good program for uh, free uh, image editing. So easy to bake in this software. In Substance, yes, yes, that's the main reason I use it. Things are still a little rough on it though. Okay, so we're gonna make the head bigger in the UV map because that clearly needs to be a high priority for resolution. That looks cool. And then we need to remake some of the meshes so that the triangulation matches. So that's why we're getting these triangles. I want to try 3D coat. I love painting minis. It looks really awesome. Yeah, 3D coat may be something I if you do, let me know how you like it because I'm considering it as well. Um as a Z instead of ZBrush. I don't particularly care for ZBrush, but it's neither here nor there. That looks good. I love that. The inside of this drum looks really cool. All right. So back to Blender. We're going to take this one, all the arm pieces, and the sculpt as well. We're just going to move them back into position, isolate them. Then I will take this center dot, put the cursor there. And for all of these, we're going to set that origin to that cursor. There's a 30-day trial, but I would wait until I'm back home at this point. Okay. Oh yeah, you're traveling. I forgot. Hope your mom's doing well, by the way. By the by. Video Code is really good, but it feels like an outdated UI with a lot less built-in stuff compared to Substance. So if you don't mind that, you'll probably like it. Well, I'm more interested in the sculpting side of things. I'd probably still bake everything in Substance. The voxel sculpting stuff really interests me. Definitely healing, but probably another week before she can start putting weight on it. Gotcha. Well, wishing her well. And good on you for taking care of her. We're going to take this, delete this half. Interesting. In order to do this properly, I don't really want to actually apply the triangulate. So I think we have to keep them mirrored. Okay, selection to cursor. No, if that's the case, then we're going to make the cursor here. Or no. Okay, I already moved everything. So let's back up a few steps. Okay, right here. There's an amazing Blender painting add-on called UCU Paint that kind of blew my mind. It's like what painting should be in Blender. Okay. I'd be interested in that. Well, I mean, I still have Substance though, but it is a pain going back and forth. Don't. That's really annoying, and there's major downsides to it. Major downsides. All right, so I'll make a empty here. This will be arm location, and we'll put it in hidden. Then take this, delete half, duplicate this, like so. I downloaded Krita and it looks fun. Good. It's a good program. Just keep in mind, you don't want to. You're going to be learning two things. So you're going to be learning Krita and Blender. So definitely don't beat yourself up or like try to go for perfect. Just experiment with. But when you're in Blender, what you can do. Hello, Flash. Hype. When you're in Blender, if you have your UVs selected, you can go UV, export UV layout, and you can export it as an image. So again, that's in your UV editor with your UVs highlighted, UV, export UV layout. You can also say all all UVs. But that will give you a good understanding of where you can paint onto your mesh. I believe you can also open like as an image. I believe you can just straight up bring in your credit file like an image. So if you could load in like on your material, just as you load any other uh probably not the best example because it's all messed up in here. Just like you can add any image here, I believe you can just straight up add a credit file to it. So that might be a nice way to work. Because then you can paint. All you have to do is make sure to go, once you have your image, there should be a way to refresh it once you make changes. Anyway, there's some advice for you. Also, good morning, Flash. How is your Friday going? Just got out of bed, no idea. Ideal. Nice. I am hungover. That's been my day so far. Complaining about being hungover. I really should have imbibed tonight instead of saving it. That would have made too much sense. Like, why on a Thursday? I'm a fool. I'm a fool. Okay. This should work now because we're triangulating, then we're mirroring. This should work a lot better. Now we have to re-export absolutely everything. So here is the base body. Foolish fool. I'm a fool of a fool. What? You want to say hi? I'd pick you up, but I think you just ate. I think you just ate, so you're all ready to puke. A loaded weapon. That's what my cat is right now. All right, that looks a lot better already. That looks like my son tried taking his toys apart again. It's got that like I really love the look of the toy vibe. It's really cool. It feels fresh. This looks no, I'm yeah, that's how it should be. Okay. That's good. Hand still getting distorted right in that crevice there. And I need to do the same mirroring for my foot as well. Yeah, it's got some grunge in there. Hasbro may be desperate enough for it, lol. Oh man, I love how this looks though. It's coming out really well. And we still have the jaw. Let's see now. All right, no need to change the sculpt now. Just focus on changes here. Huh. I don't see it poking through. So where's this shadow coming from? For this little, these smudgies. My smudgies. Hmm. Nothing wrong here. It's not a doll, it's an action figure, damn it. Would be cool to see a camera see 360 panning around it as the parts slowly come together. Be like the oh man, like ideally you could like have like a like make it like an old 90s toy commercial. It's like spinning around, comes together like pow, you know, lightning. Wow. Oh boy. I can see it now. I can see it now. Epic world load animation. Excuse me. These look fine. The normals look fine. It looks fine when it's getting displaced. Where is this smudge coming from? The high poly sculpture doesn't have anything wrong. Let me look at the bake in here. Oh, it is poking through here though. Odd. But I don't see it poking through here. Did I not export the correct version? I don't see it poking through at all. Oh, maybe just a little smudge right here, but funny. Let's just hit it again. All right. Then we can definitely see this poking through right there. And we are getting some problems with it. So what we'll do is we'll make a shape key, which I'll go ahead and copy this again. Copy as new driver, go to my shape key and paste driver. Then we can just straight up edit it. Edited it. Edited it. Do you really think I'm good at drawing? Well, no. It just takes time. I don't think I've seen your drawing. Is there a specific drawing you're referring to? All right, that looks dope. No, I never drew in my life in a computer, and I don't want to. You don't want to draw? It's worth it. It's worth it. If you want to do this kind of stuff, it's still the same part of your brain that you're exercising. Hey, get down. Get down. 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 Go. Oh, you want to go in the window? Okay. Like a lot of people ask me, "Oh, what what can I do to get good at sculpting?" And I would tell them to do life drawing because I do tell them to do life drawing because it's the same kind of skill. Fancy pencils, pens, paint, marker, paint, those are expensive. Photoshop is forever-ish. Crit is forever. If Snarden was here, he would be upset. He's very anti-Adobe. All right, that looks pretty good. And let's take a look at our hand. Yeah, that doesn't look like a good weight right here. So I'm gonna zero it out. And we're also gonna do the same thing. Haste driver. Okay. Everything's looking pretty clean. Pretty clean. Not right here, though. Ass sprite. Ace right? Ace sprite. It's got to be a sprite, right? Burp. Uh-oh. He burping. He's got the burps. Take him down. Oh. Excuse me. Oh, wow. That messed me up. Oh, thank you. Bless. Oh. Off topic, do you have any tips on learning Python? Like YouTube channels, websites, communities. I'm not very familiar with learning code. I think Wendy has a great point. I would just check the subreddit for Python, and they'll probably have some great advice. It's just our Python. Our Python. Okay, I don't see any other ones that are clipping majorly, but I'll probably find some more soon. Let's go ahead and export this as the cage. Retopology scares me. I don't want to do it. It's the same as it is the same stuff. It's the same stuff. So if you can model something, the one thing you want to do when you're retopologizing is you want to use this view right here, the retopology view, because this lets you see the mesh over another one. So like in normal edit mode, it's like pretty impossible to see. But if you click retopology, bam, now you get to see your stuff. Yeah, almost no one wants to do retopology. Yes, it's true. But just keep it simple. Just keep it very simple, and make the shape first, then do the topology. Um, you don't have to bake. You don't necessarily have to bake anything. All right, good to go. I think I just exported the cage, so now we'll do the low poly. Bam. And we're still getting a little bit of. That's so weird. I don't see this one clipping, but it says that it is. What triangulate am I using? I am triangulating it though. I should be able to see what the heck is going on. Can I sculpt without doing retopology, please? I mean, you can just do the low poly model. That's totally fine. Um, that's a reasonable thing to do, but I just think that it's easier to find the correct shape of things. But doesn't mean that it's the best approach for you. Box models an example. Would you still do this whole cage and baking method with more toon style models? I would. Um, yes, yes, because even if I'm doing um, like even if it's just going to be a straight toon shader, like there's no shade in it at all, I almost find that's even more important to have like these maps because the way to give something form, like especially like muscles, like if you look at the Minotaur I was doing yesterday, having those little small shadows like on the abs and stuff, that's all free from the baking process. And especially if you had a toon shader, then it would really emphasize the form. Ooh, I'm feeling hungover still. There's so many little dots. Why am I not noticing these when I'm working? I'm struggling, y'all. Struggling. All right. You know what would help is going to the view here saying should be a way for me to, I guess random will work. Just want to see if stuff's open. No, it doesn't really help. Want the object material. Get blue. Should be a little easier to see if stuff's poking through this way. Poking through. This one requires a. You got the Sam. Thank you. Thank you. Gosh darn it. Right in here. Alrighty. Shape key just for that one little crevice. Maybe another crevice. I'll probably get a little messy, but I don't think we're even going to see that spot, so that's a-okay. All right, one more time. Cage, export, save. And one thing I forgot, gosh darn it, perfect, is in here, deleting half of this so I can duplicate, do that. How does Krita work? I mean, I know like you can do drawings on it, but I would like to know the functionalities. Um, there might be some good tutorials that you can find, like how to work Blender Krita. Hey, get, get, get away from my printer. Go, go, go. I see you. I see you. Bad baby. Um, so generally, you're gonna be Krita is an image editor, so that's like its main thing. So you're going to be using it for texturing and making images that you'll use in your materials in Blender or Roblox. That's your main usage of it. Yeah. So is the general idea to bake everything separate from then bake something together afterwards for ambient occlusion, like the underarms or under floof, etc.? That was actually the first time I had tried doing that, making that separate class. Um, can you live edit the UVs? Krita is just for the images, but you won't be able to edit the UVs. So you'll be going back and forth between the programs probably at the same time. But you can load the Krita file like an image. But yeah, I liked doing that second pass to get that shadowing because that would have worked really easy. That's like one of the benefits. For this character, I may not need to do that because he's got this nice, like, stylized, clean look. So I don't know if I'll need to bake the UVs. If I was to add it, I'd probably just do it with sorry, I probably shouldn't talk while this is baking. Um, but I probably just do it with some projection gradients, something projecting some gradients for the ambient occlusion. How do you load the Krita file instantly to Blender? So I believe you just load it like a normal image. So you just open it and bring it in. And in order to see the latest version of the file, you'll have to hit Alt R, and that refreshes your images. Oh yeah, it's looking so clean now. That's not as clean. Huh. Oh, it's because I did not refresh the mesh. There we go. Let me know if you didn't catch any of that, Namers, because I was talking while it was baking. Sometimes the stream will lose information there. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so clean. It's beautiful. Beautiful. This is the only one that needs some additional work right there. Right there. And what I'm going to do is put the cursor right here. Set the object origin to cursor. Yeah. Yeah, that should work. And then delete this half. Duplicate, get rid of the mirror axis. And that did not work. Okay, so here's what we'll do. So if I reset its position, it goes there, which is wrong. Or no, it's going to change the origin. Duh. That's where it wants to go, which I'm actually totally fine with that. So yeah, because there's nothing else that will interfere with it. So we'll have to refresh the. Will you be doing a second path and everything is back together, like the shadows between those cannon things, torso, or there are more options for things like that? You definitely could bake them. I might, maybe, but most likely I'm just going to add paint them on manually with some like projection shaders or something like, or gradient projections, like soft shadowing. Um, Especially for like these joints here. Like I'll probably just do like a gradient going um, this way in order to imply that it's getting that and occlusion. So I'll be a little bit more stylized with it. But that's still not a bad way to do it. Um, what you're describing, and I may actually just do that again, like I did the floof on Minotaur. Took me a bit. No, no, it's totally fine. I I was happy to explain that. Because it's a it's a new technique. New technique. It's new for me to kind of do it that way. It worked out really well for him. Because usually I don't want any clipping at all. But I guess it makes sense to have one version where it does clip and another version where it doesn't. So you can get those. Uh, you can kind of take your pick of which version you want to have. And this is just the normal body. And then just use the cage. Bam. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Then you can just erase the shadows you don't need. I think that's a smart move, and I probably will just do that. Because it did work out super nicely for Eben. Should be it. All right. Things are looking tasty. Very pleased with how this is coming out. I don't know what I did to fix the face. I feel like I didn't do anything to, and it looks a lot better now. I don't know. I mean, I'd still want a little bit more resolution on the head. Okay. I think we're looking super sharp, though. Aha! A smudge! Die, smudge! Hmm. Well, before we go back, I'm going to select everything, and I want to take the. This is just loosely on it. I guess that's fine. Take the head. I want to scale it up a ways, and then we'll pack it again. Pristine. He must be pristine. I've just found that it's like in the past, a lot of the times it'd be like, okay, well, I'll just fix it after I bake. It's actually better to just have a better bake. I personally believe it's like you can always try to fix something, but what if you didn't have to? I refresh everything. It's all gonna break. Gotta have a cool looking way. Free detail. And then bake again. All right. He looks awesome. So I'm gonna add a fill layer. Call this base. I like to have zero roughness on it. And then on top of this, do a template layer. So little templates I've made for myself. I'm gonna add a white mask instead. And in here, we'll add in the color. Nice, easy way to start a good look. I'll have to. I do need to fix this eyeball here. That looks bizarre. Jaw looks good. Everything's looking pretty clean and sharp. And then, so we'll call this ID color. Take another template out. And actually, delete that. We'll take our curvature template, drop it. Here. That looks bad. We'll do it from scratch. I don't like that. And in here, we'll add a generator. In that generator, we'll use the curvature because it's going to give me these sharp edges. Like that. Which look cool. I'm going to blur it a little. Just gets rid of them for some reason. Hello, some user. Did you move Twitch? No, I'm on Twitch. Right now I'm streaming to Twitch, YouTube, X, and Kick. So we're on 4 platforms right now. I've gone to a multi-streaming. Multi-streaming. And we're going to switch it to overlay. So it picks up some of that base color. And now it's really going to start looking like a toy. We're going to go for that mini painted look. And then on top of this, we'll add a filter with a blur just to soften it a little. He's popping. He's popping now. Pop. Yeah, that looks dope. Can't wait to see the shader work on this guy. I'm very excited for the axe blade and all the cool color stuff. It is going to be satisfying. All right, one more pass. We'll drop the template here. So we'll call this edge highlight. And this one we'll call shadow. I'll make it dark. We'll even give it some ambient occlusion. And we'll add in the curvature again, but invert it. Not really a fan of that. It's really, really dark. Copy this, paste it on top. At least lower intensity a little. It's just there a little. Zin, hello! Excited to see how you're going to get the space coloration on the wings and accent. It's going to be great. I'll probably get him into Unity to, well, it's already 12:30. Probably tomorrow, Monday. So that'll be something we're testing right away. Super interested to see how doing the wings. What you described is a similar look I want towards the character I'm working on. Ooh, kind of like spacey, cosmic look. And ambient illusion. Invert that. Now we've got, I think, the final pass of our look here. Hey there, Magnus. Welcome. Welcome back. Wish you could do that dark effect in Blender. It looks really good. You can always bring it back in. You can always bring that back in. But yeah, I do wish you could. I guess you could bake the ambient occlusion. I think you actually could get something similar in Cycles, not in Eevee, but in Cycles you may be able to do something like this just with a shader, because they have a curvature node, or no, there's a bevel node in Cycles, and it can give you the edges, and you can target that in a shader. All right, looks dope. Boy's looking so good. I should probably stop, but I'm going to keep going because I'm having fun. All right, we're going to target the gummy pieces here. I always thought of these as like rubber. Oh, this has triangulation issues. Gosh darn it. And so does this one. Okay, so we'll have to go back and do the mirror stuff on this one and this one. Balls. Oh, so a little bit of roughness. Not that much though, just like I want them to look like soft plastic. I'll call this the gray bits. You darken the middle of the panels. AO darkens edges. Weighted with softening, the reverse of that. Gotcha. That's a curvature map. Which I think is also a node in it is a node in oh my gosh, my brain, in Cycles as well. Cruise control, VR. What's the program? We're in Substance Painter right now. We are in Le Substance Painter. Mission. And it also ended up in these corners for some reason. Oh, interesting. We need to change the tolerance here. Push it down because it's showing up in a bunch of weird spots. That'd be useful for texturing, but does it require me buying it? Yes. This is a paid program. It's great. I love it and use it all the time, but it is pricey. So this isn't a VR chat avatar, but an NPC. This will be a VR chat avatar. I just kind of changed the title for people that are looking. But I'm trying to get the stream noticed a little bit, so I was thinking of seeing what that's like. If people resonate with that, we'll see. Oh, it looks so good. Love when the shininess starts coming out. Boom, boom. Yes. Damn. Sorry, cruise control. $20 a month. Technically renting it. That's fair. Tried and managed making dirty vertex. That an AO makes looks seems so good. I almost don't want to use normal matte sometimes. Yeah, it is a very good effect. Excuse me. I'm so burpy right now. Metallic go. Oh, metal. Metal. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. AO and normals. Ayo. Ayo. All right, this is looking awesome. There's still some more things we need to go back and fix in the bake right here. Um, but it's coming together. And the eye will be a separate material. Do need to fix this chunk in there. Alrighty. Satisfying. That's no good. We got this little edge right there. I don't want that. I don't want it. Oh yeah, and then the axe blade. I have to rename this first. Dark. How do you plan on doing the eyes, boy? Anyway, it's gonna be a floating circle, like or yeah, it'll be a circle floating mesh, kind of like how anime eyes are done a lot of the time. That's what I'm gonna do for our boy here. So cool. And just one more thing. We'll put this up top. This is going to be our uh, AO. And all we're going to do is turn the roughness down through our generator, ambient occlusion generator. Boom. Invert that. And that way it's not going to be, and you'll see that in the shadows, there's no roughness now, which helps things pop. It's kind of subtle, but no, it's not that subtle, but it does help. One hard thing with it looks so plasticky, which I love. It feels like a toy. I just really like that part of it. Hmm. Getting a baking air right here. That's no good. And you were wondering about the depth spot nammers. So this is what it ended up baking like, which it does look like that. This little gap here. Hmm, cool. Very satisfying, y'all. Very satisfying. All right. What funny timing. I bet. But I am gonna leave in a second. But the stream did disconnect there. That's so funny. Okay, I'm gonna do a hard reset of my router. First thing. But thank you everyone for hanging out with me this morning. I will be back. We are not done today. I'm just ending the first stream of the day, and we'll be coming back working on a different character in about an hour. So if you're excited and want to see more, definitely stick around because we're going to be wrapping up an Avatar today, Ebonhorn. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe, hit the follow because I'll be back very soon. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye, everyone. Have a great lunch. Have a great break in the meantime. And again, see you in just a moment.